Hello, good evening, and welcome back to another Dark Souls 3 live stream. In this one, we're going to be entering into late mid-game, wrapping up just overall mid-game as we move through this next part of Dark Souls 3. We're going to be doing some build-making points, probably leveling up our character, and then heading into another part of an area that we've already been to. So we're going to jump right back into this one. Off stream, I managed to slave out a whole bunch of things to myself at the minimum weapon upgrade level range that we would need. I did a couple infusions as well off stream, so we have our build moved around a little bit and our armor as well to match. I'm just going to go ahead here and take a second to just make sure my stream is up to date. Sure, I'm caught up on it, rather. Yep. Alright, cool. Alright, and so we're back. So we managed to put on a better optimized armor set here for us. Really, mainly our chest piece and our helm are what's optimized the most. We kind of middle grounded out our gauntlets and leggings there, our shield as well. And we are using now the +8 heavy claymore, and this is AR of 443, so that'll be really good as we move through. This is the rings that we're going to be using for a little bit. Moving into this next area, we're going to be using primarily lightning and dark damage, and coupling that with the stamina regeneration that we're going to be getting from both the shield, the Chloranthy ring, and the green blossom. We don't yet have enough budding blossom to throw that on there, but I was thinking about it. But for now, I think we're going to run with this. I kind of like that for now. Believe it or not, we can still mid-roll, even though we're at a 70 weight ratio. We are going to go ahead and upgrade our build here. We neglected to put those 5 points in before the Aldrich fight, and we used a +6 weapon when we should have really been using a +7 weapon, and we should have been perhaps leveled up a bit more than 65. So we're going to level up to 70 now. In order to do that, we're going to go ahead and lean on these a little bit more. Don't know how many we're going to need, so I'm just going to do an even number. Or leaving myself with an even number, rather. And the rest will go towards probably upgrades or items. So we're going to put these 5 points. Last time, we went ahead and brought our vigor up. We brought our strength up to 40. We're going to kind of forget about... not forget about, but we're going to stop putting points in here for a while. We're going to put these other 5 points this time into endurance. So that'll bring our endurance up to 24, vigor 25, overall character level at 70. So the next time we can either start thinking about getting our vitality up or bringing our endurity in step with our vigor, our endurance in step with our vigor, and then putting some points spread out between some other stats. I'm going to kind of be working on the durability stats most likely for the next few areas, as though the soul level range doesn't give us much flexibility. We'll be in between 70 and 75. So believe it or not, bringing ourselves up to 70 and having a weapon upgraded to +8 is kind of the bottom end, believe it or not, going into this next area. But the next 4 areas will all be the same weapon and soul level range. So we're going to kind of stick with this going into it, and we'll slowly bring ourselves up, or we'll dump it all in at the end, or halfway through or something. I'm not really sure yet. But for now, I rather like these numbers. So we still have the 40 for 70. We got the 25 vigor and the 24 endurance, along with our vitality still at 20. So I rather like those numbers. We're going to bring ourselves up there.
Farewell, Ashen One.
We're going to go to Grey Rat.
Oh.
Let's see, what can we get from him? We're actually going to buy a few more of these. And we're also going to pick up Get more of these, because I have plans for that.
Goodbye.
Alright. So this will kind of be like our maneuverable setup. That's a little bit more like armored. Maybe we'll change to a bigger weapon as we go through, but for now, I'm gonna make sure that I have everything set up right. Yep. Alright, so we're gonna go in. We're gonna head back over to Vort. I know there's some enemy-wise things that we could have done back in Irithyll. I think there is a Outrider Knight that we totally skipped. I don't really care. He doesn't drop anything I want, but there are some good things in that area where he is sort of below. So perhaps we'll go over there. You know, now I'm kind of wishing, you know what? Let's test out our build. We'll come right back over here. I think Pontiff is where we want to go for this. And then it's a little bit of a backtrack from there. Let's just try it out. We'll see what happens. It should have been its own video. Oh well. Unless I'm getting it confused with Lothric, because there's Outrider Knights kind of all over the place. But I think if we go out this front door here, and then down the way we came originally, I think that'll take us where we want to go. Claymore's really going to tell us if this build works better. I mean, the absorption's definitely nice. We did just parry that. That was kind of neat. Gives us his pants. Funky little boots. Yeah, I think in this room there's maybe an Outrider Knight that I missed. I don't know. There was an Outrider Knight somewhere that I missed. Maybe it's in Lothric. Maybe it's not in here. I know I killed one of them already. I hear pitter patter. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I'm getting it confused with Lothric. I really thought there was one over here. Let's see, we got the Irithyll Straight Sword from the one at the Road of Sacrifices. The Irithyll Rapier one is the one I'm thinking of, but that might actually be in Lothric. Down here is just that. And I don't think there's anything out that way. Yeah, so I think I am getting this a little confused here. It's the Irithyll Rapier, the Irithyll Straight Sword, and then Vort's Hammer is a boss weapon. that we haven't made yet. Yeah, I got it confused. It's because Irithyll. Because I thought it was in Irithyll. Nonetheless, we don't need to be here. Let's go to... It was Vort. And we're back at High Wall of Lothric. So there's a couple little guys out here from before. Kind of test our build out and see how it does. Well, the Claymore pretty much, the crit is just enough to take care of those guys. Yeah, just very maneuverable all around. Just farm these guys for a sec. Get a couple helms. We might put those on. We're just one-handing it right now. Yeah, I mean, we couldn't do a heavier weapon, but... We can fight these guys a little bit more. I want to fight this one. That one's a little harder. Get a refined gem. I'm not a quality build, so whoop-de-doo. Now, I wish I saw Asan here, but I don't. So this is what it's gonna be. We're gonna do that conversation I didn't want to have. And this will probably be maybe a couple fights. Maybe one fight. We'll see what happens.
Prince Lothric is in your hands. Please save his soul. Tell him what he must be, a law.
You get the Basin of Vows. And I am going for the lightning damage, and I want to attack her bum. That's basically it. We want to manage her health. You want to stay away from that. And with that, we take down the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. Picking up the soul of the Dancer. And yeah, we got this bonfire literally right here. You rudely interrupted me. Right. We're gonna do a sit. All right. All right. So now that we have that open, we have a lot of souls, so before we get carried away, we're going to go back and use those. Up and a skip, back to Firelink. Like, wasn't caught up on my stream there. Hopefully the volume for that cutscene worked. Yeah, seems like intermittent volume problems there. So I haven't taken that boss down. We're going to go ahead and put its soul in the fire. Stick that in there. And the weapon is more of a dex weapon. It's not really anything that we want to use super much. But now we have this entryway to the actual castle open to... Oh, we wanted to use our souls. Well, we could either go through the castle straight, progression-wise, or we could go off to the side area. Knowing me, I'm probably going to do the side area. Anytime there's an opportunity to pick things up. But I want to spend the souls. I didn't want to come back here. That was a mistake.
Ashen one, beef.
Put all those Lothric greatswords in the bonfire. You only really needed one of them for now. I have plans for the other ones for later. There are some things that are going to be, well, it's too early for that now. Yeah, so we're going to head back now that we've exhausted those souls. And I think we're probably going to hit the side areas. Head up this way. I want to come out here. Some things that I want out here. Ooh, nice. I'm out on this halfway platform area. Grab this. Some things down here that we're going to want. I don't want to just fight it. No. That sounds once. More of those things, but I want the elevator. Have to go past this one. I don't really care if I get toxic, I guess. I'm gonna get all this stuff. Oh, I got a Titanite chunk, nice. Let me go over this way. I think now I'm going to get the shortcut, and then maybe we'll grab the rest of the stuff down there after. The Buffy boys. No one will ruin my chain. All right. So that's kind of like the first loop that I like to go through there, that I like to do through there. We'll go back. We have that shortcut open, so we can kind of skip all that first stuff. Go through this way now. Some other things I'd like to do downstairs before I wrap up this little side area. I am going to have to re-kill any of those disgusting things that came. Decided to make this their home. Oh, I didn't want to send that back up. What a waste of time. And now we go for these close things. Hopefully that other one didn't hear us. See, there's two of them there. There's like a couple items real close. Bad decisions are being made. Okay. We have plenty of these. Oh yeah, and there was one more thing I wanted to mention. Another one of these things. This is the adequate use of the shortcut. Dragon Bite Ring. Make sure you kill him first. And then this is just for an item. This isn't like the final wrap-up of the side area. That thing bounced off the side of the clink. Go past me, sir. I want your item. I mean, we could go for the boss right now. Kinda want to be honest. I think we're not in a terrible spot to do it, so... I think I'm gonna do that. And whatever happens, happens, I suppose. But first... I believe there was something... Go ahead and summon this guy, because he's going to help me out. We're not exactly going into this 100% optimized, but I think we aren't in a terrible position. Here we go, guys. Oh, word. Look at this. Summon this set person. See if they show up. Maybe this will improve the connection. I'll wait for a tad. God, it's so scary. Come on, Gold. We're counting on you. Unable to summon. Well, it was worth a shot.
You ignorant slaves. Finally taken notice, have you? Of the power of my beloved Ocelot, child of dragons. Well, I will not give him up, for he is all that I have.
Here we go. Oh, that hurts.
Where have you gone? Are you hiding from me? Come out. Come out. Don't be afraid. You were born a child of dragons. What could you possibly fear? Now, show yourself, Ocelot. My dear little Ocelot.
And that's him going into his second phase. Oh, bad. Ooh, bad. Gotta heal. Gotta heal, gotta heal, gotta heal. This is bad. And with that, will fall Oceiros. Consumed Oceiros at that. That creepy, corrupted king of Lothric. Who would like to be a dragon very much. We picked up a lot of souls. I think we're going to head back over to Firelink. That was pretty good. I mean, that was a couple bosses. Kind of opened up the entrance way to Lothric Castle. Sort of the keep of Lothric in general. And we opened up that branching path to the side a little bit more, past the Consumed King's Garden. So if we go ahead and sit down, we can see... We can take a little look-see here that we're actually, there were a couple more bonfires that we didn't have in Lothric. This one being the entrance to Lothric Castle, whereas this is the branching path to the side. It'll make more sense later, but I think for now that pretty much is going to wrap this up. We're going to do a little bit of organization here. Throw that in there. Throw that in there. Why are we coming over here? I mean, we could come over here, but... Yeah, so I mean, this weapon did really good. This isn't even the one that has the highest AR. I mean, that has considerably more. I mean, both of these weapons have considerably more AR. They're just more difficult to wield. It's just, I'm very comfortable with the moveset of the Claymore. And I feel like the DPS might actually be better given the stamina that it takes. Some of these other things we might try out soon. They're just a little bit more stat/ring intensive. But if we come up with another way to move our armor around, that might be something that we try. But that was actually a pretty good episode. I think we'll wrap that one up. And then we'll come back with maybe another episode later on tonight, where we either go through some of the Lothric Castle area or we continue along that branching path to the side. I may change up the title and the description of this a little bit, but I think that one was pretty good. Thank you guys for joining, and I hope you have a good rest of your night.